So, with Destiny becoming free to play, it's come to mind that a lot of people who have never played before are probably going to pick it up, which probably means questions. So I'm here to answer those questions, very quickly and mostly inaccurately. Totally not copying anybody else here. I love you, Bife. Let's get started. My name is Irrelevant, and this is what's happened in Destiny so far. Also, this is literally the first video I've ever made, so I don't have any fancy graphics or whatnot. Just pretend. So let's start at the beginning. You are dead. But don't worry, that won't last long. This is the future and we can cure that now. This little spiky floating ball of a robot finds you and literally light blasts some flesh back onto your bones. You wake up in Russia and immediately get chased by some Fallen, which are these gun-toting bug-like aliens. Don't worry, you'll get used to them. So you run around for a bit and you find a ship, and you and your robot friend, consequently called a ghost, go to the last city. Here you find the last remnants of humanity, some ragtag groups of survivors doing whatever it takes to survive. And Raoul. Fuck you, Raoul. You get introduced to the speaker, who talks for the Traveler. Alright, I forgot about the giant fuck-off spaceball the size of half the moon floating about 100 miles above the city called the Traveler. The speaker tells you how the Traveler showed up and gave humanity all this cool shit, making life really good for a while. Then a bunch of space jerks that were chasing it also showed up and basically screwed everything up. So now, the Traveler is dead. Or sleeping, or something. Before it kicked it, it sent out these ghosts to find some dead people who could be infused with its energy to fight off the remaining bad. This energy, I don't know, let's call it light, is what brought you back. Once you're done talking to the speaker, you get introduced to the Vanguard. These are the best of the best. Those among the Guardians, that's what they call you by the way, who stand out and can lead, whether they want to or not. Cade 6, the Hunter, Zavala the Titan, and Ikora Ray, the Warlock. Rogue Fighter and Wizard, respectively. You meet some other people too, but they're not important. The Vanguard sends you to do some missions, and then the real game begins. Along the way, you find the Hive, another alien race that worship the antithesis of the Traveler's light. Fuck it, we'll call it darkness. You go to the moon, which the Hive have taken over, and get a mysterious message from someone to go to Venus. There, you meet a new enemy, the Vex, a race of sentient robots who are obsessed with distorting time and also making everything another them. You also meet the person who sent you the message, some lady known only as the Stranger. She tells you to go to Mars to stop the Vex, because they're there too. Of course they're there too. You go to Mars and you find the Cabal, more aliens, but this time it's literally just Space Roman Empire. You fight a bit, and then you find the gateway to the place where you think you can stop the Vex, but you need a key, and the only people you know who might have one are the Awoken. Who the fuck are the Awoken, you ask? Well, they're humans, but not. Space humans. Basically, they're a group of people who are trying to run away from Earth when things got bad and they got caught in the middle of a light and dark explosion or something. Now they're infused with both energies and are really powerful and stuff. Also, they live in the asteroid belt. So you go there and talk with their queen, Mara Sov, and her brother Uldren. They're kinda jerks until you get the eye from a giant Vex thinking you can't do it. Then you go and do it. And they're all like, what? And you're like, yee. And they're like, fuck you, the eye's the key. And you're like, oh. So you go to the Vex Holy Land and fight your way to the center, where you find the Vex God, which is actually a giant blob of darkness they found and had no idea what to do with, so they started worshipping it. Because robot logic? You go ahead and kill the blob, and the Vex all die. Except they don't. And now they're just not bound to the will of darkness and just keep doing what they were doing anyway. But because they want to, not because anybody told them to. This is their idea. They are strong, independent milkbots and don't need no darkness. But anyway, you go back to the city and the Stranger gives you a rifle. Everyone is happy and the game is over. The end. Except for the fact that there's still 3 enemy factions to deal with. The one you did take care of is not taken care of at all, and there's still way more to do. I think I'll cut it here for now. Next one will be on the DLC expansions of D1, and then if I feel up to it, we'll move on to D2. On a slightly more serious note, I'm really excited for all the new players to come in. Despite its shortcomings, this game is really fun, and the more people that can play it and enjoy it, the better. I look forward to seeing you all in Tower. Until then, this has been Irrelevant.